Hi everyone, it's Diana Rogers Jager with Love to Appreciate Consulting. One of the best pieces of advice I was ever given growing up was get someone's name right. That means say it correctly, that means spell it correctly. The thing is, a person's name is a huge part of who they are. It's important to them and a big part of their identity. So when someone gets it wrong, it can create feelings of being slighted, of being disrespected, or feeling rejected. In the workplace, names are really important too. Although now I'm not talking about first names and last names anymore. I'm talking about the names or the labels we call the people inside organizations who are working so hard to make it a success. The most common name we give them is employees. But that name, it's not inspiring, it's not empowering, and it definitely doesn't give people a strong sense of identity being part of your organization. Another name that is used is staff or staff members. Some companies are using the term team members, which is definitely better than employees. Other companies, though, are going in a different direction and dropping those more generic labels. For example, and Disney has been doing this for a long time, Disney calls their people cast members. JetBlue calls their people crew members. Other companies are creating names and identities that are based on their company and their company culture. So at Zappos, their people are called Zapponians. And at Google, I'm sure you can guess this, they call their people Googlers. So I want you to think about what name or label you're calling the people you work with every day. On your website, in your newsletters, in your company meetings, what are you calling your people? Are you calling them employees? Because names are important, like we've just been discussing. And so I challenge you to think about what name would give your people a stronger sense of identity, create feelings of empowerment, and create as a whole a sense of group identity and purpose. Because names are important and they really do have a lot of impact on the way people feel, whether they feel belonging as part of a group, whether and it impacts their behavior in terms of if they're empowered to act in a certain way. And of course, the name has to be strengthened and become a part of your organizational culture. So I challenge you to think about that name and maybe it's time to change it. For example, I have a client and they are an employee-owned company, and so they have been calling their people employee owners, which is pretty inspiring, right? Well, recently in a meeting we had, I gave them the advice that maybe they should drop the name employee and just leave it as owners, because they cultivate inside their organization an ownership mentality with their people. And so by calling them owners says it all, right? They are owners who have an ownership mentality. And that label, that name, is much, much more inspiring and empowering for people who come to work every day to be called owners. So that is my advice for you. Think about what you're calling your people. And if you would like to learn more about how to lead with culture and how to improve employee engagement, please visit my website, lovetoappreciate.com. Thank you.